Still here though? Are we still ready for this jelly?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. Because I don't know why I said jelly, because you have no jelly jokes whatsoever. The guy with no jelly jokes whatsoever. Give it up for the very funny Kyle Adams, everybody. Oh, you can do better. Come on.
Little do you know, Matt, 75% of my new material is all jelly jokes.
Oh shit!
So bad intro there. Let's see. There are 2, 3. Bartender here. Bartenders heard my jokes. Comics in the back heard my jokes. Matt's heard my jokes. You guys, my audience. All right. I heard it's been said that snitches get stitches, but once we prove that genetically modified organisms give us cancer, it'll be consumers get tumors. There was a article in the news yesterday. It was in the news. It wasn't in the news. It was on the internet. It was one of the fucked up articles that wouldn't be on the news. It would surprise me if it was on the news, actually. This lady was caught in a Walmart bathroom masturbating with a Jimmy Dean sausage. And I was surprised it didn't come out of my home state, Florida. Louisiana, actually. And it was a funny article because she was a bigger lady. And the gentleman that accused her, thought she was shoplifting and investigating, he said he feared for his life when he busted into the bathroom because he saw her and she was a big lady, he's like 140 pounds, and she didn't stop. She just stared at him and continued. So that's fucking hilarious to me. I think the only thing that could have made it funnier is if she would have taken a bite out of it afterwards. But they made a point to make sure that everyone knew it was a Jimmy Dean sausage. So 9 out of 10 Walmart bathroom masturbators choose Jimmy Dean sausage, guys. And I made sure when I shared the link to link up Jimmy Dean sausages with it, put it on their page. I have a dark sense of humor though, and it doesn't come from nowhere. My mother had a really dark sense of humor. Her brother, my uncle, tried to kill himself many times to no avail. And it became ridiculous at a point that she even she compared him to the Wile E. Coyote from Looney Tunes. And the Roadrunner was the sweet embrace of death. He just couldn't catch it. He had the most ridiculous methods. He tried to drink too much water once, which is you can actually do that. It's a disease called hypothermia you can give yourself, where you desalinate your blood. And he tried doing that. He also ate ant poison one time. And my mom bought him an ant farm for Christmas that year. And it was pretty awesome. So, I get my dark sense of humor from her. Also, my dad got a vasectomy, and his balls turned purple. Don't ask me how I know that. There's a little complication with it. She had a purple-themed Christmas that year, and the only thing on the tree was purple balls, and she hung them in pairs. But I'm going to get all weepy and nostalgic for the past if we start talking about Christmas like that. And I realized that there's a whole market. There's a whole demographic for nostalgia, and I fall into that, unfortunately. And it's just it allows stupid things to go on. Did you guys see Jurassic World? Yeah. See that? That movie fucking sucked, dude. That was the most thrown together piece of garbage. Hey, look, dinosaurs. No plot. Let's not work on plot or anything. It's been 20 years since the last one. It was garbage. I'm sorry if you liked it. It was a spectacle. But there was a scene in that Chris Pratt was getting away from that GMO dinosaur, and he rolled under a truck and doused himself in gasoline. I thought he was gonna burn himself to death and take the noble way out of the picture, Vietnam style. It would have been cool, And then fucking Ron Howard's daughter. If she wasn't Ron Howard's daughter, you would not know who she was. The redhead in the movie.
That's Ron Howard's daughter.
Yeah, that could defy fucking physics and run through the jungle in heels. Oh my god. I have so many problems with that movie, but here's the thing. There's already a sequel in line, and I heard this time they're going to create a dinosaur with big fucking udders so they can keep milking it. I hated that movie. I really did. And I watched that on my birthday on mushrooms, and I still did not enjoy that movie. It was so bad. I did the idea of a fully developed Jurassic World theme park. That idea was cool. It would have been more interesting if nothing went wrong. If I just watched the whole thing go on and nothing went wrong at all, everyone had a nice day and went home. It would have been nice. It would have been way better and less predictable. It would have surprised me. Nostalgia will blind you though, and as a millennial, I gotta let you guys know that. When I was a kid, I loved this movie called Surf Ninjas. And there was this red-haired guy in Surf Ninjas, and at the time, I thought he was the most interesting man I'd ever seen. He was nuanced and charismatic. I looked it up on IMDb now. It was fucking Rob Schneider. It was Rob Schneider who I wanted to emulate. He was my hero. Yeah. So, also, everyone's memory of like Super Nintendo games. Everyone's like, oh, every single game for Super Nintendo was amazing. It wasn't. There was a lot of shitty like movie games. Every single movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger came out probably had a game for it. There was a Home Alone video game. I mean, my favorite though, you had that? My favorite was What's Eating Gilbert Grape, the game. Did you ever play that one?
No.
Oh man, it was fucking sweet. I still remember the code to this day, the cheat code. AB starts select to boost up his will to live to get him through like the level. There was a sweet bonus level too where he just drove through an empty fucking town to go get his mom's diabetes medication. Memories. Oh, let's look at this about Jurassic World for a bit. I feel like a hypocrite though. I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt right now, but you guys got to realize that Star Wars has been a part of my life for a long time. I remember when I was in high school, there was this girl, and we called her Jabba the Slut. It was not a body shaming thing, you guys. She just really was very promiscuous, and she made out like this. And she had a little like crackhead friend following her around all the time. But and I just remember like when I was a kid, there was I loved going over to like people's houses that they had the Star Wars toys, and all of our friends would brag about the Star Wars toys that they had. This one kid's like, I've got every single one of them. Come on down to my house. I go there and he's got like the scene from like Mos Eisley like planned out. He didn't have any of the main characters, just the little obscure aliens that were just in the background during the movie. And I looked on the shelf and I was like, that one, that one's like Alf with a shark glued to his head. That's not even from Star Wars, dude. But I'm pretty excited. Let's segue here. I'm pretty stoned right now, and I took a painkiller earlier. I've got some fucking wisdom teeth issues right now, so I apologize. I love that weed is legal right now. I'm not a religious guy, but there's this strain out there called Banana God, and I'm honestly considering like monotheism on this one. This guy has my back. He answers my prayers. Please, can I get to sleep, Banana God? Granted. I'm asleep. People say that when you drive when you're high that you could hallucinate. I think the only time I ever hallucinate is when I get paranoid that there's a cop behind me and someone just has a rack on their car because we live in Oregon and everyone has to go on a fucking adventure every weekend. And it's like, I know you want to take your kids kayaking this weekend, okay? But don't be selfish. I'm trying to drive high safely, okay? Think about it before you do it. Because I think you're a cop and you're fucking with me right now. I don't like it. There was a comic talking earlier, the first comic was talking about getting stoned before going to work. And that is a fantastic idea. I will give you a good reason why. I work at a very corporate restaurant, and right now we have these little computers on the table, and they allow people to review us immediately after we serve them. And usually it's pretty good. I got one the other day that said I was a professional. And it made me laugh because I looked down at my shirt and there was dandruff on there, on a black shirt, and I was high, so I was like, the contrast is pretty cool actually right now. And I rubbed my hand through my unwashed hair and said, God damn, loud enough that customers can hear me. But I'm a professional stoner and I've been saying it for years. Now I have documentation. So I'm happy about that. Weed will help you with shitty movies. It really will. It will help you like get through a movie. There's one type of movie I can't, like weed does not help, and that's musicals. I'm sorry, it's like
That does help.
I can't. Okay, suspension.
We all sang the songs from South Park in the bathroom.
South Park. Okay, so there are a few musicals I like, and I'm gonna get to that. Joking me out.
All right.
Drink the mayo. Sorry.
Sounds good. I heckled. Fuck it.
Got a light here. Okay. Yeah. So, musicals. There's a thing called suspension of disbelief in movies, and there's not enough weed in the world to get me to suspend my disbelief in a musical. I'll watch a movie like Spider-Man. Teenage guy, bitten by a spider, grows pubes on his fingers, can climb on walls, even though he's wearing gloves that block the pubes on his fingers. I will never be able to believe that someone will start singing a song and all their friends and neighbors are going to know all the lyrics and the choreography to that song. I call bullshit on that one. But I'm kind of a fucked up individual. I only enjoy musicals with ritualistic murder, you know, like Sweeney Todd, Little Shop of Horrors, the original Willy Wonka.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, he killed those kids. You never saw those kids again. He killed those kids with a smile on his face and a song in his heart. I was looking for Modest Mouse tickets a while back, and I saw a show that was coming to Portland. It was Menopause the Musical. I was thinking to myself, what the hell is Menopause the Musical? Right? I'm cold, I'm hot, I don't know what I've got, it's menopause. Right? I'm hot, I'm cold, my vagina's getting old, it's menopause. I would rather see that than Captain America again, though, you guys. Because Captain America is literally the worst superhero there is. He is super patriotic and he can't get drunk. And he literally shoves his patriotism in your face. And I'm a little biased though because the only comic I ever had from Captain America is from a doctor's office. And he was literally fighting the personification of asthma, like an asthma monster, like "Rah!" So I was like, even at 6 years old, this Captain America guy really needs more tangible villains. Can I do one more, Matt? Time for one more? Alright. So, usually, my favorite superhero is Batman, of course. My life is very similar to Batman in a few ways. My mom's dead, and I enjoy wearing black. He wears black for different reasons, though. He wears black to instill fear in his enemies. I wear black because I'm afraid of how I actually look in the mirror. And it's interesting, though, if you want to put our lives together. I didn't get a lot of money when my mom died, and I never really had a lot of money, but I got a little bit. So it'd be kind of like if Bruce Wayne got a little bit of money when his parents died, and he spent all of it on DVDs, and he spent 12 years being sad. And it would be like, Alfred would be like my dad, and basically he's like, guess it's pizza for breakfast again, Master Wayne. Thanks very much, guys. Woo!
Kyle Adams, everybody. Another party round. We have